All right, let's rank some backpacking gear brands, dude. I've got a bunch of different brands I'm going to talk about. I've got some ultra light ones, some lesser known ones, some ultra super heavy ones, definitely very well-known ones, a nice mix. And I'm just going to go through and I'm going to put each one of these in a different category from the best all the way down to total trash. This is just based off of my opinion. I have backpacked quite a bit. I've done the Appalachian Trail. I've done the Pacific Crest. Well, actually, that's most of the Pacific Crest Trail, a bunch of other shorter stuff. I have a lot of experience, okay? And my opinion matters. But so does yours, too. This is just my opinion. I'm sure there's going to be some folks out there that disagree with this. I guarantee it. So it's all good. I've used most of these brands, but I haven't actually used every single one. And you can roast me in the comments or say that you agree with me in the comments, but no matter what you do, you gotta subscribe to the channel and help me get to 200,000 subscribers. That's a ton. Thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed. Let's start ranking some of these brands. First up, we're gonna go with Ultra. You guys know Ultra, the most popular trail running shoes among thru hikers and backpackers, but a super popular brand. And I have used the Lone Peaks as well as the Olympus 4s, which I wore on that PCT thing I was talking about. You know how I tried to hike that trail and didn't quite hike that trail? I like the wide toe box of the Ultra shoes. I think that's one of the best things about them. A lot of people say that. I don't like the price. And I also don't really love the zero drop thing either. I thought I did at first. I don't know. The insoles just weren't great. So I don't want to say they're total trash. I'm going to just put them at meh. We're going, eh. You know, like when someone hikes by me wearing Ultras, I'm just like, meh. If they were cheaper, I'd probably have them at least in solid. Dude, like they're not that great. Okay, let's go on to Darn Tough. Now I'm biased with Darn Tough because I'm from Vermont and there's not many things from Vermont. We got Ben, we got Jerry, we got Ben and Jerry's and Darn Tough pretty much. And so I'm going to have to put them at the best. And that's not the only reason. I do genuinely love Darn Tough socks so much, in fact, that not only are they the only type of socks that I hike with and have been doing that for like years and years and years, but they're the only type of socks that I just wear in general at this point. They are tough. They are super comfortable. I very rarely ever get blisters in Darn Tough socks. They are probably the most popular sock among thru hikers. They have a lifetime warranty. You can actually send your socks back to them once they get holes and they'll send you a new pair for free. There's a lot of outfitters and stores out there that will exchange them as well. It's just an awesome program. They're awesome socks. It's hard to beat Darn Tough, dude. You can't beat Darn Tough. They're the best. This next one is one that you guys probably haven't heard too much about because it's Evolved Supply Co. Although if you're watching YouTube videos, especially backpacking YouTube videos, you've probably heard of Darwin on the Trail, dude. You seen that guy? Look at him. That guy right there. Look at that beard. Darwin recently started his own gear company. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about it. I got the website right here. I know they have some packs, and the main reason why I know that is because he sent me one. This sucker right here, it's the Ranger pack. They look super slick. I mean, let's focus so you can actually see it. Trust me, it's a dope pack. I've only used it once so far on just a quick overnight, but I'm looking forward to using it more. As a YouTuber, I also just gotta say, I think it's really cool to see a hiking YouTuber taking things to the next level and starting a gear brand. Darwin has hiked tons of miles, a lot more than I have. He really knows what he's talking about when it comes to gear, and so I trust his gear. That being said, I just haven't used it enough, so I feel like I can't put it the best. I feel like it's just not fair of me to put it at amazing, although I should have added another category that's like very promising, because that's where I would put it, but I feel like for now, I just got to put it solid. I'm sorry, Darwin. Thanks for the free pack, by the way. In a future tier list video, after I get a chance to use this pack more and hopefully some more gear that Evolved makes, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up shifting up. But for now, we're going to put it in solid. And speaking of things that are solid, Drink Element is solid. They are the sponsor of this video. Take it away, On Trail Kyle. Right now, I'm on trail. I just started, so I'm not super sweaty yet, but I will be. I'm going to be sweating out all the electrolytes that I have in me. That's why right now, before I get too far into this, I'm going to be drinking some of this. This is Element's new grapefruit flavor. I've only tried it like once so far and it was awesome. No. Thing is, with most of these electrolyte drink mixes you're going to find at stores, they're going to be full of sugar and other nonsense, but Drink Element does not have any of that. It's sugar free, but damn, that's good. This might be one of my new favorite flavors. so the grapefruit salt is awesome. But they also have a bunch of other amazing flavors, including a bunch of other flavors that no other electrolyte drink mix company makes. You really do want to try them all, and so what you should do is go to drinkelement.com/KyleHatesHiking. That's drinklmnt.com/KyleHatesHiking. Go to that link, place an order. Right now, I would recommend ordering the grapefruit salt, by the way. And when you do that, you're going to get a sample pack of 8 different flavors thrown in with your order for no additional cost. So you're going to get to try all of their flavors. Guys, I'm telling you, I've gotten so much good feedback from viewers of the channel telling me that they love this company. I love this company. It's so good. One more time, drinklmnt.com/KyleHatesHiking. Go check it out. Stay healthy and stay hydrated when you're on the trail. Now, I gotta get up this. Next up, we got Gossamer Gear. Ooh, this is gonna be a controversial one, let me tell you. So, a lot of you that have been watching the channel for a while now know that I've had a mixed history, to say the least, with Gossamer Gear. I used the one tent on the PCT for about 700 or 800 miles. I didn't love it. Basically, it was not seam sealed correctly. I got a little wet in it a few times. My hiking partner on the PCT and lots of other trails, Flossie, was using Gossamer Gear's trekking poles. Literally the first time he used it, within maybe 2 miles, maybe less, the strap on the trekking pole snapped, which I know like the strap isn't the most important part of the pole, but like they were brand new. They should not be snapping. I've also used their 1/8 inch foam pad for like extra insulation in my hammock, as well as like a butt pad. And I liked that. That was a good piece of gear, super light, pretty comfortable for how light it is. And I also know that Gossamer Gear does have a pretty good reputation among other hikers. So I'm not gonna say it's total trash. They also make the crotch pot, which, I mean, can I knock them on that? I mean, that's just so ridiculous. I can't knock. It's a joke. I can't knock them on that. But I'm still going to put them in meh. That's where they're going. I'm not super crazy about Gossamer Gear, but a lot of people like them. I won't deny it. Next, we got Hyperlite, who makes those stupid camp chairs. You know we got to go total trash with Hyperlite, or just any camp chair brand in general. You're out there to hike. You're not out there to sit. Once you get to camp, you're gonna sit down on the dirt and you're gonna like it. And you're gonna cook dinner and then you're gonna go to bed and you're gonna dread waking up and doing the same thing the next morning. We got no time for sitting around, no time for fun. Trash. Next up, we got Hyperlite Mountain Gear. So, full disclosure, I have not ever used a piece of Hyperlite gear. I know, so don't read into my opinion too much on this. Hyperlite is a very popular brand, and I personally know a lot of badass hikers that have done really cool stuff with Hyperlite Mountains gear who love that company. Hyperlite's packs look sexy, dude. I want to have sex with one of those packs. They're just great looking packs. They look badass, but they're just kind of heavy, dude. They're expensive. They look a lot lighter than they actually are. They're not like the heaviest shit out there you're gonna find, but like there's so many other ultralight packs out there that are just the same price or cheaper and are much lighter. And don't even get me started on Hyperlite's tents, dude. Some of that shit is so expensive. I think they're overrated, dude. So should I go meh or should I go trash? You know what? Just for the spiciness of this video, I'm gonna put them in trash, dude. This next one is kind of hard to tell by the logo here, but it's a Kula cloth. So this is a product made for women. Why is it included in this video? Because why the f not? Let me rank it, okay? To be honest, I don't even really know what these are. I know it's for like peeing, right? You just pee and then you just wipe it with the cloth. Why couldn't you just use toilet? I guess then you'd have to like leave it on the trail, which you don't do that. So you'd have to bury it, which you probably don't want to do either if it's just a pee. So you probably have to pack out the toilet paper. I'm putting it together here. I have a penis, so...
Are you sure about that?
I don't know how valid my opinion on this is, but I do know that a lot of girls on the trail really love these things. They also have these like cool designs. I think you can get them like custom printed too. Is that Miranda? Nope. That is not Miranda. That is some lady, and what the fuck is this shit? Upload your own design? All right, how about this? Oh, it's not gonna give me a preview? Come on. So basically what I'm trying to say here is I don't know anything about this. I've never used it. It doesn't apply to me, but I'm still gonna rank it. We're gonna go solid. No, I don't know. Amazing. We'll put it amazing because I know a lot of women like it. And it is kind of a cool concept. Next up, we got Mountain House. You guys all know the Mountain House meals, and these are basically just diarrhea in a bag, and then they dehydrate the diarrhea. You then take it out backpacking, you rehydrate the diarrhea, you eat it, and then you give yourself more diarrhea. And there's some dehydrated food brands out there that are good. Mountain House, they're one of the bad ones. Next, we're gonna go to MSR. Now they make a wide variety of things from stoves to pots to tents. I'm gonna put them in meh. MSR is one of those brands that I feel like a lot of beginners that just walk into REI, they just see like the hubba hubba and they're like, hubba hubba, holy shit. And they buy it because they don't really know a ton about backpacking. They don't really know what options are out there. And I'm not saying their stuff is bad either. Like if it was bad, I'd put it down here in trash, but it's not bad. It's just meh. I do have an MSR pot. I've had it for years. The thing is titanium. It's bomb proof. I blew up a grenade in it one time. And that's a lie, but it's a great pot. I do think their stoves are overrated. Like the Pocket Rocket is the classic stove. I used to have one of those too, and it's just too heavy. It's also bigger than it needs to be just to boil a small pot of water. They're not that good. Next, we got Nalgene. Dude, you know the Nalgene's going straight in the trash, okay? I've said it 1,000 times on this channel. I'm gonna say it at my wedding. I'll say it at my funeral. Well, actually,
you'd be dead.
Nalgene sucks, okay? You don't need to be taking Nalgenes when you're backpacking. They're just too heavy. If you want to get a Nalgene and put a bunch of stickers on it and go to a Bernie Sanders rally or whatever, that's fine. But if you're going to be going out in the mountains doing cool mountain stuff, go with the Smart Bottle, go with the Life Water, literally anything else that's not like a pound or how much do they weigh? Okay, not even half a pound, but 6 ounces, that's way too much for a water bottle. Ditch the Nalgenes. They're not even fun to drink out of. Have you ever tried to drive a car and drink a Nalgene? You're just driving along and you're like, I'm thirsty. Let me just, fucking water everywhere. It sucks. Speaking of sucking, Osprey, we're also going trash for Osprey, okay? They're just too heavy. There's so many pockets on Osprey backpacks. You don't need pockets, okay? You just need one sack. You don't need a brain on top of your pack that has extra pockets. You don't need a pocket for each individual crystal of your meth. Maybe if I was going on like a 3-week expedition in like the Himalayas or some shit with no resupplies, they make some huge packs. But for just normal backpacking, dude, don't do the Osprey. I know some of them are lighter, but no, it sucks. It's trash. Next, we got Ozark Trail. Dude, I had to throw this one in. The old Walmart brand. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really used too much Ozark trail gear either. One of my friends did buy some cheap trekking poles from them the other day and they looked aight, but it's also Walmart. Although I do love Walmart. I mean, I'm pro Walmart, but probably trash for backpacking. I'm seeing a trend here. Next up, we got Patagonia, and I'm going solidly, I'm going meh for Patagonia. I do use a couple pieces of Patagonia gear. I have the Kappa line base layers, both the tops and the bottoms. They're pretty light, they're pretty comfortable. I know Patagonia makes like some sun hoodies that are fairly popular and some other stuff, but dude, those prices, man. I don't even know if it's really fair to consider them like a backpacking brand because they're pretty much like a fashion brand that also has some items that you can use for backpacking. I know they got some down jackets and stuff. I'll just say, if I'm looking to get the most bang for my buck when it comes to backpacking clothing and backpacking gear, I'm not going to Patagonia. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's overpriced. Next, we got REI, and I'm gonna put them solidly in solid, dude. Just to be clear, I'm not talking about the store in general and all the gear that the store sells, because they obviously sell like a lot of these brands that I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the REI brand gear. I kind of wanted to put them in meh at first, but I will say REI makes my favorite sun hoodie. The Sahara Shade sun hoodie. I went through a number of those on the PCT.
Suck my white ass, clown.
There's like 1,000 different colors. It seems like they're always coming out with a new color. They got that blaze, not really blaze orange one I wore on the Ouachita Trail. They got the normal like light green, kind of grayish ones I wore on the PCT and proceeded to absolutely destroy and get dirty as shit.
Ground, they got laundry and showers there. We definitely need to do that stuff.
I like that sun hoodie so much that it's pretty much bumping them up an entire thing, because the rest of their gear, they have a lot of heavier tents. They do have the Flash, what is it called? The Flash Air, which I talked about in a video a number of months ago. I got a number of comments telling me that this tent is actually pretty dope. It's like a trekking pole, non-freestanding ultralight tent. I guess it's not that bad, but I don't know. I really like that sun hoodie. Okay. Next, we got Sawyer Products, dude. You know Sawyer's going in the best. In full disclosure, Sawyer Products has sponsored videos of mine in the past. They hopefully will again in the future. They're not sponsoring this one though, and so I can tell them that their mini filter is kind of trash. But everything else is awesome. The Sawyer Squeeze is just a staple when it comes to backpacking. It has been a staple for a long, long time. It's the best filter out there. It's light. It's easy to use.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see at all.
These filters are also super easy to find at like Walmart, in every single outfitter. They also have all the bug spray, the permethrin, keeping ticks off you. I hate ticks. There's ticks all over your ass. They're up your ass. They're ticks in the ass. And they also do a ton of international charity work that I'm guessing most of you don't even know about. And I really respect them for that as well. So Sawyer, they're the best. Next, we got ThermARest. I'm gonna go amazing for ThermARest. The two ThermARest products I've used are the Neo Air sleeping pad, which is the inflatable pad I used on the PCT. I have an older version of it, but it still lasted from 2020 and all the backpacking I did from 2020 to 2022, and then all of the PCT, and it's still going strong even to this day. I've heard they're not as good now, the Neo Airs, but it was really good for me. I gotta give them a good ranking. And then we got ULA. You guys know I love ULA, man. I'm gonna put them in the best. I gotta put them in the best. They are great packs, but I have so much personal connection to ULA. It's the first piece of ultralight backpacking equipment I ever bought. I used a ULA CDT pack on the Appalachian Trail. I used another one on the PCT, and even though I'm getting all these new packs sent to me and shit now that I'm a famous YouTuber, I still have such a soft spot for ULA. I will say last year on the PCT, ULA was definitely the #1 type of pack that I saw among thru hikers. They're super popular. They make frameless packs for people like me who have a super tiny dick and like to carry like hardly any gear, but they also make slightly beefier packs that have some lightweight frames for people who want a lightweight pack but still need a little bit more to kind of help it carry better. And they make everything in between. They're the best. I highly recommend them. And then finally, we got a controversial one here. Z-Packs, dude. So another disclosure, I've never been like straight up sponsored by Z-Packs, but they have sent me a few tents over the last year or so. I've also used a food bag from them, and I think that's it. I've never used one of their backpacks. I'm torn. I'm gonna go amazing. Okay, let me justify this. Their tents are the best, in my opinion. They're the lightest tents on the market. Their duplex is lighter than most one-person tents. It is one of, if not the most popular tents out there for ultralight backpacking for a reason. The Plex Solo, which they sent me in the middle of my PCT hike, was awesome. Literally like the lightest tent you can possibly buy. That's like a fully enclosed tent, you know, not just like a tarp.
I have no idea how to set this tent up.
Obviously, elephant in the room is the price. Yeah, they are super expensive. And so if you're like a new backpacker or you're just planning on using your gear like a couple times a year, then you definitely don't need to spend a ton of money on a Z-Packs tent. I'm not saying that they're the best for every scenario, but if you're going for a thru hike and you can afford it, I do think it is a good idea to at least consider dishing out a lot of cash for one of these tents. I really do think they're worth the price. Now, their backpacks, on the other hand, I haven't used one before, but I've heard mixed reviews. You do see them out there. I do know there's people out there that like them. I've just heard that they do not hold up. I know of 2 people personally who had Z-Packs backpacks that broke in some way a lot sooner than they should have. That is a small sample size. So if you have experience with Z-Packs backpacks, leave a comment and let me know whether you love it or you hate it or you're indifferent. Let me know what category you would put it in. Overall, Z-Packs is doing a good thing. They're one of the most successful cottage brands for a reason. So there you have it. Here's my tier list. Roast me in the comments or tell me you love me. Thank you guys for watching. This was fun. Maybe I'll do another one of these with new gear companies. I don't know. Hit subscribe and I'll see you on the trail.